So far we have read that Dr. Heidegger has invited four of his friends to his study to demonstrate an experiment with them, and after having a small description of the study of Dr. Heidegger, uh, Dr. Heidegger had shown a demonstration that an old rose flower which has been there for 55 years among the pages of that folio, and it has revived by putting it into that jar of water, or that liquid of the jar which was being put there. Now forward, that is certainly very pretty deception, said the doctor's friends carelessly, however, for they had witnessed greater miracles at a conjurer's show. Pray, how was it effected? And then, after seeing the roads reviving in this manner, the friends of doctors, they have exclaimed, "Wow, pretty," or a very good deception, means डिसेप्शन धोखा है ना, ये आपने कोई जादू किया जैसे, देवर थिंकिंग इट इन दैट वे, एंड दो दे हैव सीन far more better deceptions or demonstrations of this sort in an magic show. Pray, how was it effected? But still they asked this thing to the doctor, that okay, tell us that how this has happened, how have you done it? Did you never hear of the fountain of youth? Asked Dr. Heidegger. Then Dr. Heidegger asked that have you never heard of the fountain of youth, which Ponce de Leon, the Spanish adventurer, went in search of 2 or 3 centuries ago? No, I mean, he asked a question to them, that haven't you heard of that fountain of youth, in search of which the Ponce de Leon, the Spanish adventurer, has gone 2-3 centuries ago? But did Ponce de Leon ever find it? Said the widow wisely. So this is also a legitimate question which widow wisely has asked, that has he ever found it? No, answered Dr. Heidegger, for he never sought it in the right place. No, he hasn't found it. Why? Because he had not searched it in the right place. The famous fountain of youth, if I am rightly informed, is situated in the southern part of the Floridian Peninsula, not far from Lake Macaco. So this is, he says that if I have got the right information, then that fountain is situated in the Floridian Peninsula near the Lake Macaco. Its source is overshadowed by several gigantic Magnolias, which through numberless centuries old have been kept as fresh as violets by the virtues of this wonderful water. And this fountain is overshadowed, means crowded, covered by the big magnolia trees, which though they were centuries old, but still they are fresh, they are evergreen. Why? Because they are being kept green by this magic liquid, by the virtue of this wonderful water. An acquaintance of mine, knowing my curiosity in such matters, had sent me that what you see in the vase. So he says that this is that fountain of youth, that water from the fountain of youth, which has been sent to me by an known person of mine, knowing that I am curious about such things. Ahem, said Colonel Killigrew, who believed not a word of the doctor's story, and what may be the effect of this fluid on the human frame. And then Colonel Killigrew, who though he was not believing a single word of Dr. Heidegger's story, but still he asked this question, that what will be the effect of this liquid on the human body? You shall judge for yourself, my dear Colonel, replied Dr. Heidegger. And Dr. Heidegger replied that you can judge this for yourself. And all of you, my respected friends, are welcome to so much of this admirable fluid as may restore to you the bloom of youth. And I welcome you all to taste or to drink that much of this water which can restore you your youth. For my own part, having had much trouble in growing old, I am in no hurry to grow young again. And he said, for my part, as far as I am concerned, I have took much pains in growing old, so now I don't want to grow young again. With your permission, therefore, I will merely watch the progress of the experiment. So I will not drink it with you. That's why there were only 4 glasses of champagne, as we have seen earlier. I will only watch this experiment. While he spoke, Dr. Heidegger had been filling the 4 champagne glasses with the water of the fountain of youth. It was apparently impregnated with an effervescent gas, for little bubbles were continually ascending from the depths of the glasses and bustling in silvery spray at the surface. And while Dr. Heidegger was speaking or saying this thing, he was continuously filling those glasses with that water from the fountain of youth, and that water has contained a kind of gaseous element in it, for bubbles were generating at the bottom of the glass and they were coming up on the brim of the glass. As the liquor diffused a pleasant perfume, the old people doubted not that it possessed cordial and comfortable properties, and though utter skeptics as to its rejuvenate power, they were inclined to swallow it at once. And he said, though the old people have doubts about this thing, that it possesses such things or not, but still they were quite eager to drink it. Sorry. But Dr. Heidegger besought them to stay a moment. But Dr. Heidegger stopped them for a moment. Before you drink, my respectable old friend, said he, it would be well that with the experience of a lifetime to direct you, you should draw up a few general rules for your guidance. In passing a second time through the perils of youth, think what a sin and shame it would be if, with your peculiar advantages, you should not become patrons of virtues and wisdom to all the young people of the age. He says that before drinking this, I request you that while growing young again, you must use this experience, you must use this achievements of your old age to the fullest, so that you can be a model to the young age, because after all what you have achieved so far, what you have experienced so far, is a valuable thing. The doctor's 4 venerable friends made him no answer except by a feeble and tremulous laugh. So very ridiculous was the idea that, knowing how closely repentance treads behind the steps of error, they should ever go astray again. But the friends of the doctor, they were not paying much attention to what doctor was saying. They were again ready to take the risk or going that same way again. Drink then, said the doctor, bowing. I rejoice that I have so well selected the subjects of my experiment. He says, okay, drink then. With palsied hands, they raised the glasses to their lips. The liquor, if it really possessed such virtues as Dr. Heidegger imputed to it, could not have been bestowed on 4 human beings who needed it more woefully. Means they have grabbed it in such a quick manner that it appears that yes, the subjects which Dr. Heidegger have selected are quite fine. They looked as if they had never known what youth or pleasure was, but had been the offspring of nature's dotage and always the grey decrepit, shapeless, miserable creatures who now sat stooping round the doctor's table without life enough in their souls or bodies to be animated even by the prospect of growing young again. They drank of the water and replaced their glasses on the table. So, in a very quick moment, they glanced at each other and then they hold their glasses to their lips and they drank of the water and replaced the glasses again on the table. So this is it. The effect of this water, if it takes place or not, we will see in the next stages of the experiment. Thank you.